Hello fellow doll lovers, it's Janie and welcome to another video on my channel. I am very excited about today's video because I got books, and if you know me, you know that I love reading, or if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that I love reading. And these particular books are very exciting. Oh my goodness, my dog just sneezed a big one. Oh my goodness. God bless you. Anyway, he's going to lay down now. I guess that sneeze was too much for him. But I'm really excited about these books because they are Barbie books, even better. And if you have seen any of my more recent videos, you will have seen that I actually got some of these kinds of Barbie books off of eBay previously. And there's kind of a story behind that. I was filming my doll book collection video, and I was thinking about all of the doll books I used to have, and I specifically used to have these. I'll give you an example. These specific, I think it's pronounced Grolier, it might be Grolier, Barbie books. They're like hardcover and they're thin and pink, and I used to have a ton of them as a kid, but I had to get rid of them just because of like just clutter in my room, and I ended up getting rid of them, and I really regretted it. So after I filmed my doll book collection video, I just on a whim went out to eBay to see if they were selling and what they were selling for, etc. And I ended up buying a lot, with quite a few of them, and I got a lot of ones that I used to have and a lot of new ones as well. But I was on Facebook Marketplace and I found another listing for these kinds of books, and there are 21 books, and I got them for a pretty good deal. And some of them I do have already because I couldn't like pick specific books. I had to pick the whole lot, but there were like the majority of the books were ones that I didn't have. So that is what this haul is. I'm going to be taking you through these books, and I'm going to try and go pretty quick because there are a lot of books to get through, but I'm just going to give you the haul. And if you are interested in getting any of these books, like I'm not going to keep the duplicates, so if you're interested in any of them, let me know. Message me down in the comments below, or I have an Instagram and you can direct message me there. My Instagram is the Ballerina Doll Lover, all one word, no like spaces, no caps, no anything. But I am going to go ahead and show you all these books without further ado. I am very excited. And the first one is the one that I kind of already briefly showed. It's called The Class Act, and I am pretty excited about it. So the cool thing about these books is they have illustrations in them that are like super cool immersive photos. So like here's an example. You've got like Barbie with like little Stacy dolls and even like a little boy in like a classroom setting. Like there's like a miniature globe, there's like a backpack, and it's really cool. And that was one of my favorite things about these books as a kid. It was just the illustrations. Like I just thought that they were so neat. Like Barbie's holding a little piece of chalk and like she's got a book in her hand, and like I just thought that was awesome. But this one's called The Class Act, and on the back it says, being the new kid isn't easy, but Jane has Barbie as her 5th grade teacher. With Barbie's help, Jane and her classmates work together on a science fair project that gets the whole class hopping. So that's what this story is about. I haven't read it. I didn't used to have it. This isn't one that I had as a kid, so I'm very excited about it. And then next, I did have this one before, and it's called The Silver Deer. So there's like a lot of different ones. There's some ones that take place like back throughout different eras. So this one obviously is like not modern day at all, and the costumes are gorgeous, and like the hair was always immaculate. I used to love looking at the like different hairstyles and stuff. Hold on, I want to show an illustration. So here's a perfect example. The dresses are so stunning, and we've got like a Ken doll here, and he's got like gray hair, and like the costumes are absolutely gorgeous. And I always used to love trying to like see which dolls these are, because they're definitely Barbies that exist. And so I just thought that it was really fun to like go through and see like if I had any of them. And this one story says, like, there's a little description on the back. It says, while traveling through an enchanted forest, Lady Barbie and Lady Midge happen upon a shimmering silver deer. Before long, they are swept up into a magical tale of true love, and only they can help bring about a happy ending. So that is pretty cool. I'm very excited about getting this one back. I used to love this one a lot because of like the gorgeous dresses and like the hair and everything. So very, very exciting. The next one is one that I did not have before, and it's called The Search for the White Star. Very interesting, and this one kind of looks like adventure, so not like Barbie school teacher or like whatever. So very, very cool. And this one says, Botany Professor Barbie leads a group of students on a field trip into the jungles of the Amazon. Deep in the rainforest, they paddle through rapids and encounter exotic creatures while they search for a special plant. A plant with the power to cure. That's pretty cool. So I wonder if they're looking for like a magic healing plant. That's really neat. I want to see the illustrations. I bet these would be really cool because it's like jungle. I want to see. Let's see. Ooh, here's a good one. So it's like Barbie walking through a jungle and there's like a giant snake. That's so cool. Like they must have had so much fun like posing these dolls. Like this is so neat. Also, I've never seen a Ken doll like that before. So let me know if you know which guy this is because he looks really cool. This one is definitely Generation Girl Laura. I think her name is. Pretty cool. Okay, gonna try and move on. This next one is called The Show Must Go On, and I don't think I had this one either. We have poor Tommy in a cast. I wonder what this one's about. It says, when Stacy's school has a talent show, Barbie volunteers to take charge. Not only is there lots to do, but Stacy comes down with a sudden case of stage fright. With Barbie's help, Stacy realizes laughter really is the best medicine. That's sweet. So I wonder what his deal is. I wonder what happened to him. So, obviously, overcoming stage fright is the main idea of this. So, here's one of the illustrations. They're on a stage. We have people working on a set in the background. We have a little Stacy doll singing in front of the mic. And then we have Barbie. And I just love how immaculate their hair is. Like, can we talk about how pretty they look? So cool. Very excited about that. And then next we have another one. This one's called The Giant Panda Problem. I did used to have this one, so I am really excited to get this one back. I don't remember this one's story very specifically, actually, but the panda is so cute. He's like chewing on a little piece of bamboo and Barbie's there. And this one story on the back says, it's an exciting time at the zoo where Barbie works as a vet. 2 pandas from China have just arrived, but one of the pandas seems homesick. Soon, Barbie and her team, Christy, Ken, and their new friend Sue, make a surprising discovery that has everyone feeling a whole lot better. So I don't remember what happens, but it's just a really cool, like, here's the illustration. We've got the 2 pandas, one's playing with a ball, and then we have Barbie and Christy and Ken and Sue, the new friend, and she is one of the, like, Kira dolls. And it's just such a cool, like, this one's holding, like, a camera, and Christy's got a really cool, like, braided hairstyle. Just really, really neat. And I don't remember what this whole story is about, but still pretty cool. And I'm very excited to be reunited with this book. Next, we have one called Little Sisters Keep Out, and I definitely had this one, and I read this one a lot. And I definitely could kind of relate to it because I had a little brother and I was like the older sister, so could definitely relate to it. This one's called Little Sisters Keep Out, and on the back it says, Stacy is excited about starting a best friends club until little sister Kelly keeps stealing the spotlight. The worst part is, Stacy's pals seem to like it that way. It takes Barbie to remind Stacy what being a good sister and being a good friend is all about. So obviously, Stacy's feeling a little bit jealous about her little sister, Kelly, kind of like upstaging everything. But I remember really taking a long time to look at these pictures because I just thought it was so cool. Like, we're in Stacy's room, there's like cookies on the floor, and like some girls have their shoes off and they're just like chilling on the bed and everything. And I just remember, like, I used to spend a long time first reading the story, but also just really looking at the illustrations. Like, this is so cool. There's like a mini swing set and like sand on the ground, and it just looks so neat. Like, I want to know how they took these pictures, just because I just think it's really, really cool. So, very excited to get this one back. And then next, we have one called Clawman's Warning, which I have not read and I did not have before. So, very, very interesting. And this one looks very interesting. This is one that I got in the previous lot. But I will, in case you haven't seen it, I will quickly kind of like read the description. And it says, camping with Barbie in scenic Wyoming is an adventure for Stacy and her friends. But when rumors of the legendary Clawman creature start making everyone jittery, it's up to Barbie and Park Ranger Ken to get to the bottom of the spooky legend. So it's like a camping, if you can call it, thriller. It's like a thriller. And I'll show a different illustration than the last time. So we have Barbie and then somebody else sitting at like the campsite, and then we have Stacy and her friends sitting there, but we have like a blanket and there's like trees everywhere, and the lighting is like super warm and glowy, and it's super duper pretty. That's so cool. I love the sets. I just can't get over how cool everything is. Like, there's dirt on the ground and they're actually standing on it, so it's not just like a printout thing. Just so cool. Okay, so I do have this one already, but I am still excited to have it. And then we have another more period one, which I did have, and I was obsessed with this story, and it's called The Peasant or the Princess. And I remember thinking that her braid was so long and beautiful. She has two braids, as you can see. She has one and then kind of back there. But there's Barbie in this peasant dress and then this gorgeous princess dress. And the story goes, when her sisters ask for a bedtime story, Barbie weaves a magical tale of love and adventure. The time is long ago, and Prince Kendrick must find a bride. Not an easy task for this down-to-earth royal. But then he meets a special woman who just may be the answer to his dreams. So Barbie's telling a story, and it's really, I remember loving this whole story. So this is the first time Barbie and Ken meet each other, and like they're covered in dirt, but somehow they're still so cool. Like, she's beautiful, and I just remember thinking, like, they covered the dolls in dirt. Like, this is crazy. And they're gazing into each other's eyes, and at the end, I remember thinking that this was really cool. So we have Barbie dressed as a princess, but we have this Barbie here, and she's got gray hair pulled into a bun, and it's so, like, I just think that it's really, really neat how they, like, made a Barbie to look, like, old and gray. Like, I would have loved to have worked on these books. Like, we need, like, an older queen Barbie, so, like, take a Barbie, give her gray hair, put her hair in a bun, and, like, the set, like, the castle, and, like, Ken's got gray hair, too, and, like, oh, it's just so pretty. I love this. I think that she is so beautiful. I want this doll. I wish that they made like dolls from these books, but very, very excited to be reunited with this one. Honestly, it's like I had so many that I don't remember exactly which ones I had until I see it, and then like all the memories come flooding back, which has been very, very fun. But I remember like I would act out this story with my dolls when I was younger, and I had a pair of like boots that looked like this, and my Barbie wore them, and I was like, oh my gosh, it looks just like her, and then I would do the story and everything. So fun. Okay, going more quickly, we've got another one that says Safe and Sound, and I will quickly read the synopsis. It says, when her young patients start showing up with inline skating injuries, Dr. Barbie springs into action. Soon everyone is having fun on wheels and keeping safe, including TV star Super Glider. This is one that I had before when I was a kid, and I didn't read it a ton, but I definitely liked the like roller skating. I would like set up this specific scene, and like one of them gets hurt and like Barbie helps them, but I remember thinking that their uniforms were really, really cool, and I was wondering how on earth like they were balancing for the, like, the shot and everything, but I just think it's really cool. Like, Barbie's watching and he's like mid-clap, and like the kids are watching too, and like this one is talking to the, like, the boy who's standing there and like is asking for an autograph, and he's holding like a little notebook and stuff. Super, super cool. And I want to find another picture. Once again, like, there's like a whole neighborhood scene, and she's like leaning up against a literal tree that they made. I just can't get over how cool it is. And even Barbie is wearing like a skating outfit now. So, so neat. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and keep going. The next one is called 3 Cheers for Becky, and I definitely read this one a lot too. And this is one that I got in the previous haul. But the synopsis says, when Skipper and her pals need a coach for their new cheerleading squad, Barbie's friend Becky is happy to lend a hand. But when one teammate loses her nerve before the first competition, Becky teaches the girls the true meaning of teamwork and trust. So I definitely thought that this Becky doll was pretty. I liked her red lipstick. And there's one picture that I would try and recreate. Like, they were doing like a pyramid that I would try. Yes, I would try and recreate this with my dolls because I thought it was the coolest thing, and I could never get it to stay, but I just thought that it was so, so neat, and I would try and do that with my dolls. And I also remember looking at all the different hairstyles, like rating which ones I liked the best. This one is obviously Teen Skipper, like the doll, and then this girl's got a little fishtail braid, so gorgeous, and I just always thought that this was really fun. And this girl's got her hair in a bun, and I would try and like do that style too. I just remember thinking that it was really cool, and I loved the girls' hairstyles. Like in this one too, I would like try and recreate the hairstyles. I especially liked the bun because I thought she looked like a ballerina. But yeah, I love this book. I read this one more than almost any other. And then next, let's see. We have some more like regular ones. So this one's called Girl's Best Friend. This is one that I got in the previous lot as well. And it's, like I said, it's called Girl's Best Friend. And the back says, Barbie agrees to let Stacy train a guide dog puppy, and her little sister does a great job, but all too soon, Stacy must choose between giving up her beloved pet and gaining more than she ever thought possible. So, long story short, she falls in love with the puppy. But then she realizes at the end of the day, it's good to let the dog go because it actually helps. It'll help people more than just being selfish and keeping it for herself. But I always liked this picture because this is one I had when I was a kid, by the way. And I love looking at all the different dogs in the park scene. And I also think it's funny how this Ken doll has like a mustache going on. Super funny. But yeah, we have that one. And then, okay, this is also one that I had when I was a kid. Also, I got it in the previous lot, but this was called The Secret of the 3 Teardrops. And I actually do have this doll now, thanks to a doll trade that I got to do. But here is the doll who's wearing a gorgeous dress. I actually think I might have the doll. One second. I actually happen to have the doll right here. So here she is. So cool. I wish that they would have made like more of the like dolls from the books, but I have the doll and the book. So fun. And this one's story says, Barbie's attending a costume ball in breathtaking Venice, Italy. Her magnificent gown is decorated with copies of priceless sapphires called the 3 Teardrops. But when the real gems vanish, it's up to Barbie to unmask the truth. So we have like moral stories, and then we have like adventure stories, and then we have mystery stories, which is pretty cool. There aren't a ton of these, but this is one of them, and I remember really liking it. Here's one of my favorites. I love the different costumes, and here we see like the culprit is unmasked. She like falls down, and like you can see the gems on the ground. So pretty cool. And then this guy's wearing like a really fun jester outfit, and she's wearing this really beautiful like red gown, and then Barbie of course is there. But I just remember I had this one as a kid, and I really, really liked the costumes in it. So we have these really cool scenes with all of the different people dressed up. Super, super cool. I remember really thinking that this one here was pretty right there. But yeah, pretty neat. And then the next one is called Skipping a Beat, and I read this one all the time. It was another one that I read like almost exclusively. And this is Cool Blue Barbie back here, and then this is Teen Skipper, just for fun. And this one says, Skipper is the new drummer for the coolest rock band in school. When her best friend Courtney's costumes for the band become a problem, Skipper has the tough choice to make. That's when she turns to Barbie, who reminds her what being a real friend is all about. So this one is kind of like talking about, is it okay to lie to a friend if it's not the truth, just to make them feel better, etc. Because like the costumes are supposedly like super ugly and nobody likes them, but nobody wants to hurt the friend's feelings. And I remember that like the boy in this book, his name was Drew, and I thought that they were really, really cool. And I had one of my dolls named Drew, and I named him that, and I gave him like as close to the same outfit as this guy, because this is Drew, and I gave him like a yellow top with some like black pants and a denim like jacket because I wanted it. And those are the costumes that are supposedly like really ugly, which, to be fair, if it's supposed to be like a hip band for this time, I can kind of understand why, but I also feel like not too bad. It's a little outdated, but I remember I read this one all the time. We also have Teen Courtney over here, some dolls that I recognize. But yeah, pretty cool. Also, this poor guy's gone crutches. I don't know what happened to him, but yeah, fun story, and I definitely enjoyed this one. It was one of my favorites. I read it a lot. And then they got new cool costumes, as you can see, and she got a bunch of really cool stuff in her hair, and by the end, everything's okay. I just remember thinking that all of her hair clips were super cool, because it was the time, and butterfly clips were in. But then, moving on, we have another like more historical book, and this is one that I did not have as a kid, but I got it in the last lot, and it's called A Ride for Freedom. And it says the year is 1775. It's Christmas time in Williamsburg, Virginia. Barbie is helping to run a cozy colonial inn, but soon finds herself caught up in the drama of the revolution. Will her unforgettable ride for freedom end in victory or defeat? So it's more of like a historical adventure. Pretty neat. I didn't have this one as a kid, but there's some pretty cool pictures in here. He looks like he like fell and injured himself, and like Barbie's helping. And then we have this random old doll. I don't know how they made her into a Barbie. She doesn't really look like a Barbie. She looks kind of like just a model they made for the book. Very interesting, but it's a really cool scene. He's all covered in dirt, and we have the horse in the background. Pretty cool. Oh, I have to keep going. The book is getting long. And then next we have another mystery. This one is called The Clue in the Haunted Library, and this is one that I had when I was younger, and I loved the clothes, and I just thought that they would look so like mysterious and classy. And the story says, Broadway producer Barbie is doing research for a play at the Manhattan Central Library, but soon she is piecing together ghostly clues that have everyone thinking the library is haunted. Leave it to Barbie to solve the mystery just in time for opening night. So again, this one's more of like a mystery, which is pretty cool, and they're trying to figure out like, is it actually haunted? Is it not? And we have this really, really cool scene. I remember thinking this doll was pretty. She kind of looks like she's from Twilight. She's got like the really, really fair skin. And there's this beautiful library scene. We have picture frames that are super ornate with some real pictures in them with books and like display cases in the museum. And we have like Barbie looking around looking at clues and like other guys. I just think that this is a really cool scene. I love how detailed everything is. We even have like a tray of food in the corner and like real like stuff in the museum displays. Just so cool. I just spent most of my time reading these books and poring over like all of the tiniest details in each of the pictures. Okay, we're getting down to kind of the last few. We have about 5 left. Next we have A Special Ballerina, and of course I loved this one because I wanted to be a ballerina, and so of course I loved this one. And it says, Katie loves to dance, so everyone is puzzled when she decides not to try out for the Nutcracker Ballet with her classmates. Barbie, a professional ballerina, helps the young dancer find the confidence she needs to shoot for her dreams and stay on her toes. I also got this one in the previous lot, and so I'll briefly show you. But this is my favorite picture. I loved like the classroom setting. It's actually very accurate. This is how you train. You hold on to this wooden pole attached to the wall called the bar, and they're standing in what is called first position with their heels touching and their feet turned out. And I remember thinking that all of their buns looked so good and that I didn't know how they did it. And Barbie is standing there as well. The only difference is we don't wear black shoes. We wear pink shoes to match our tights. But I remember really liking this setting, and there's actual real pictures with real ballerinas on the walls and stuff. And I just remember thinking, like, they got it right. Like, this is actually what it looks like. So pretty cool. And then, ooh, next, I do not have this one, and I'm very excited. This one is called the Pyramid Adventure. And another thing about me is that I really love mythology, and growing up, my favorite was Egyptian. I would check out all the library books about like mummies and the pyramids and all of that, and so I'm very excited about this one. I didn't know that this was one that they had, and it says on the back, 1 minute, Barbie and Christy are touring an Egyptian tomb. The next, the two are princesses living in ancient times. There, they secretly journey to see the Sphinx being built and change the face of history. That sounds pretty interesting to me. I cannot wait to read this. I'm just kind of looking at some of the pictures. Whoa, this is so cool. They're like in like an Egyptian like house exhibit. I'm not entirely sure, but there's like a little cat in there and like on the couch, and they're in their like regular outfits. She's got a lantern on, and there's like different things on the walls, and that's really cool. I am excited. Oh my gosh, this is cool. I cannot wait to read this one. Okay, have to keep going. Okay, so we have another duplicate. This one is Safe and Sound. You already saw that, so we're gonna go ahead and move on. The next one, oh, I have this one. Okay, this one's called the Turquoise Trail Mystery. It's another mystery one, and the back says, while modeling in New Mexico, Barbie makes a new friend named Rosa. Soon they discover clues on a mysterious painting, leading them on a search through the desert. When it ends, Rosa and her family get back more than they ever dreamed of. So I definitely remember having this one as a kid, and it's just like a really cool, almost like Western type adventure. And I again remember just loving the clothes and like all of the details and stuff. So here is like the end. They find this like really old like mask that ends up belonging to like Rosa's family, and it like makes them a lot of money, and they like, it helps them like live their life and stuff. So pretty cool. Barbie is there wearing a super cool like outdoorsy outfit, and then very cool pictures. There's another one that I want to show. Where is it? Oh yes, I remember loving Barbie's outfit. Like, I loved the white puffy blouse with the necklace and the jeans. I just thought that it was gorgeous, so just wanted to show that. But yes, I'm so excited to get this one back. Again, like, I forget which ones I have until I see it, and then I'm like, oh, I had you, and then everything, I remember the story and all of that. So fun. Okay, we have 2 left. This one is called Shooting for the Stars. This is one that I got in the previous lot. It's obviously like a space astronaut story. It says, first-time astronauts Barbie and Kira soar into space on a very important mission. Everything goes smoothly until Kira takes her first walk outside the shuttle. Then it's up to Barbie and the rest of the crew to stay calm and think on their feet. The success of their mission depends on it. So I did not have this one as a kid, and I haven't gotten around to reading yet, but I have looked at the pictures, and the pictures are wild. Like, they're in zero gravity, and they're like floating around. Barbie's hair is even floating. Like, how did they do that for the picture? I don't know, but they're like literally floating around inside of their like spaceship, and I just think it's so cool. Like, they made this, I think, I think it's so cool, and I cannot wait to read it and actually see. But yeah, here's another picture, just like in a room. Very cool. And then the last one is called Skipper's Babysitting Blues, and this is one that I also got in the previous lot. And essentially Skipper ends up babysitting, and it ends up being like a whole gigantic mess, and it goes like, everything goes wrong. And I think they like fill up the washing machine with too much suds and like it floods the house and like a bunch of crazy stuff happens. But the official synopsis, not just my synopsis, says, when Skipper offers to babysit her sisters, it sounds like a cinch, a night of videos and popcorn. But as soon as Barbie leaves, a surprise adventure is just around the corner. Share in the fun as one frazzled teen learns a lesson in babysitting she'll never forget. So I found a picture. They literally like filled the place with like cotton or suds or whatever as she's doing this. Again, it's the teen Skipper doll. She's got really cool braids and her hair like little twists, and she's holding her sister Kelly. And this is when they were in the Kelly era, where she was like more of like a toddler, not even like a young child. Like she's like 3 or so in this, maybe 4, when like nowadays Chelsea's more like, I don't know, like I would say maybe even like 8. And so she's like very, very young. She's in her little onesie. She's adorable. But here's the part I was talking about. But yeah, this is one that I also had. So that is the last book. I kind of zoomed through because there was a lot of books to go through. But I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all of those different books. If you want to see the haul with the first ones that I got, there are a lot of cool ones in there that aren't like duplicates from this haul. So if you haven't seen it, I will link it in the playlist down below and also in a card. And if you just love all Barbie things in general, I actually do have a specific playlist for all of my Barbie related videos. So if you are interested in seeing any of those, I will link that playlist in the description and also in a card. And if you are interested in having any of these duplicate books that I got, please send me a message, because I would love for these to go to viewers like you who love Barbie and who are just as passionate about them as me. But I would also love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Did you have these books growing up? What do you think of them? Which ones do you have? Are there any that I'm missing? Because I also don't know how to find out like which ones I don't have, because they don't have like numbers or anything. So if you know, then please tell me in the comments down below. Oh my gosh, I'm getting notifications. But yeah, that's it for this video. With all of that being said, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. And if you want to see more of my videos, then go ahead and subscribe so that you can stay up to date on all of my new uploads. And I just want to say that I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for sticking with me and continuing to watch my videos. And I will see you in my next one. Bye!